kind of like a game within a game. It's like the inception of board games. Hey, my name is Brent here on Cloudy, the Chance of Meeples. Today we're going to be chilling. We're going to be making some tea, going to the market, going to the pantry, mixing it all together for some delicious teas, something I really don't know much about unless it's American sweet tea. Regardless, today we're checking out chai from Steeped Games. How does it play? What are my thoughts? Let's find out. First, cue the thunder. So the radar overview for chai, a game all about making tea, looks something like this. I will say two things. I'm going to say more than two things, but I am reviewing the deluxe edition of the game, which come with some metal coins, because we all know that I love spending real money for fake money, as well as it comes with a nice little game tray insert to store all the coins and the tea leaves, and it also comes with a few other upgrades, some extra cards, and some extra tiles and stuff like that. So this is the deluxe edition. Just wanted to let you know. Here we have the game. I have it set up for a 2-player game, and it's condensed pretty compactly on the table, but you would spread this out. But just to get everything in the camera frame, this is what it would look like. This game is all about going to the pantry as well as going to the market and making tea and hopefully becoming the greatest tea maker of them all, I guess. And so this is how to play chai. This is just an overview. On your turn, turns are pretty simple. You have one of 3 things that you could do. First thing you could do is you could go to the pantry. If you go to the pantry, you collect any 3 of the pantry tokens on it. You could also, instead of taking those 3, you could spend $1 that you have from your own money to wipe the pantry board, to reset it, and then take 3. Or you could just take the bag and just take 3 random tokens out of it, and you would put them on your little tea house. Each player gets one of these. I will quickly show you these. Each of them are different artwork for all the different tea types. So you got the black, you got the green, you got the brown, which I think is rooibos, as well as the white tea leaves. And each of them have just different artwork, and they look fantastic. But you would take your pantry items, you put them on your tea house. Second thing you could do is you could go to the market, which this is what you'll be doing more times than not. And this is where you're beginning getting ingredients to make tea so that you can fill these different customers. Okay, so anytime you go to the market, to start off going to the market, you get $3 from your sales from the day before. At that point, you can spend as much money as you want at the market, but you have to spend at least 1. So how does the market work? Well, you have this nice little market board, and this first column is $1 for any of those things. The second one, $2 and $3. So let's just say I wanted 1 strawberry. At that point, I would pay $1, and then I would slide this over. At that point, I could purchase all of these ginger, or chicken feet as my kids like to call them. I could purchase all of these for $2 because A, they're all connecting, so I have to buy them all, and B, I have to pay the highest cost. So I could take all of these for $2. And then once again, this would all slide down. And further, I could buy these 2 lemons for a single $1 as well. And then you slide these down. After you've purchased everything that you want to purchase, at that point, then you would refill that market board, and then it would be the next player's turn. So go to the pantry, go to the market. Third thing you could do is you could you could reserve an order and use a special ability. So you could take any one of these orders in front and put it in beside your player board, meaning you're the only person that can then fill it. So let's just say, you know what? Who doesn't want to serve Captain Picard a cup of tea? I would take this, I put it beside me, and then refill this row, and then I could use any of these. At that point, let's say I wanted to, use this special ability. This says I can fulfill a customer or fulfill an order for 1 token from the pantry item less. So at that point, if I wanted to fulfill this order, all I would need would be 2 of these lavenders. And for example's sake, let's just say, look at that, I have 2. So I would have to put 2 lavender as well as the color of tea type, or the tea type. In this case, it's black. I'm not playing with the black tea leaves. My opponent is, so I would then have to pay them $1 to buy a tea leaf from them. They would give me then a tea leaf. I would put that all into one of these cups, and then I would take a tip that's in front of it. Look at that. I got $1. I would take that dollar, and then it would be the next player's turn. I would put this beside me, knowing that at the end of the game, I'm going to get 7 points for that. A round ends when all the tips are taken. So if another order is filled, this tip would be flipped over, and in this case, it would be a free pantry item. At that point, the round would end. You have this nice thermometer. You move it up 1 notch, saying that you are on the next round. You reset this market board by taking all the number 1 tiles out, and then you would fill it again. You would refill this at the end of everybody's turn who would go to the market, I should say that. And then whoever the next player is to go, they would be starting the round. They would take another ability card, and they would then put it anywhere covering up one of the 3. So in this case, this card, you can sell any 1 tile for $2. So if you have an excess in your board and you need some money, you could just sell a tile for $2. And then you continue going around the table. You'd reset these tip tokens as well. And again, you have as many cups as there are players. So like I said, this is set up for 2-player. So then there would only be 2 tea mugs, or 2 teacups. And then the game ends when you make it to the 5th round. At the end of the game, you count up your money. You count up all of your orders that you have filled. Any leftover ingredients they spoil, so you don't gain anything for that, and you don't lose anything for that. You tally everything up. In a 3 to 5 player game, you look at all the different type of orders that you filled, and for each unique type. So if I filled only black orders for this one, I would only get 1 extra one. It's called the Tea Diversity Award, and then whoever has the most points would be the winner. And there you have it. That is how you play Chai. Let's check out the final forecast. So the final forecast for Chai, a game all about creating teas. As you saw in the radar overview, I did look at the deluxe edition of this game, and it looks absolutely fantastic. On the table, it looks great. This game looks busier than it is. But man, I just love everything from those metal coins. What is it about me buying metal coins? Spending my hard-earned cash on fake money? I don't know. But I love the metal coins. I love that market board. It's thick, it's recessed. You have that game within a game trying to get the biggest bang for your buck so that you don't have to spend as much money, but you can gain lots of ingredients so you can fulfill orders quickly. And I love that. I love those teacups. And just overall, the production from Steep Games, they knocked it out of the park on this one. And I believe they even have a neoprene mat for this game to make it even more immersive. There's tons and tons of cards, and there's just unique artwork in all of them. I love it that, they have some, notable characters. Captain Picard, I think they have the Tin Man, as well as Alice in Wonderland and the Queen, and just, a couple notable faces. So going through the cards, I think majority of them are probably friends and family of the designers. They are actually in one of the cards as well, Dan and Connie. So it's kind of cool. They just made this light-hearted game about their passion, and that passion is tea. And I think that's fantastic because they're welcoming people into kind of their world and experience what they love to do, and that's just to chill and drink tea. Of course, I don't know them personally at all, but they're all about tea, and it comes out in this game. This game it looks heavier and it looks more grandiose than it is. It's a pretty simple game. On your turn, you're either going to the pantry to collect a couple tokens, you're reserving a customer and using one of those special abilities, or you're going to go to the market, which you're going to go more often than not. You're going to go to the market. And I love that market board. It's kind of like a game within a game. It's like the inception of board games. Okay, maybe not. But I love the whole, you grab a tile and they all slide down, so you can kind of sit there on your turn and you want to get the biggest bang for your buck, but get the most tiles for that money. And I love how that works. And you can get the tiles that are adjacent, whether it be side or up and down, and matching tiles, of course. But I don't know, I love that whole market board, and it's just really cool. And like I said, this is a pretty light game. My kids have played this. My kid is 5, our daughter's 5, and my son is 8. And there's a variant in the rule book that says that you can play with kids. You just take out those ability cards. And I think you kind of lose some of the strategic aspect of that. But when I'm playing with my kids, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for opportunities to teach them how to play this game and to, maximize or optimize their turns. And just overall, I've had a lot of fun playing Chai. I haven't played it solo. I've played it at the 2 and 3 player count and the 4 player count, and it's just been a lot of fun. I think it's just really cool, like I said, that this whole theme is just chill. I don't know, this is a game where you play it and you just feel like just relaxed. It's not like in your face. You can steal, some of the orders from other people, but that's when you use the reserve action. So it's not like super confrontational, but I don't know, it just made me want to drink tea. The first time we played this game, I had a glass of tea, which I normally don't do unless it's sweet tea, because I love American sweet tea. But it says in the rule book, when you're resetting the round, stop and drink some tea. So just the whole environment, atmosphere they're trying to portray comes out so clearly in this game. And I think that's so cool how the theme and the gameplay just mesh so well. So high praise for Chai. I will say this, the rulebook is a little bit, it's got some issues in my opinion, because there's a first edition and second edition, and some of the stuff that the rules they had in the first edition weren't put into the rulebook 2.0, so you'll just have to cross-reference for that. Those ability cards, some of the iconography I felt I had to, even after 4 or 5 games, I still had to look at the rulebook to remember what each of the abilities are. But overall, just a few things. Overall, this game is fantastic. So I'm giving it an 80% Chance of Meeples, because it's just great. If you're looking for a chill game, just to have a lot of fun with friends and family and just relax and play a game and visit in between rounds and whatnot, then check out Chai, 80% Chance of Meeples. My name is Brent. Check us out on Facebook, Cloudy with a Chance of Meeples. Remember, grab your umbrella. The forecast is cloudy with a chance of meeples.